make a brand new batch of mead. Welcome. I'm live. I'm live. Just chit-chatting about mead, drinking some coffee. Should be a good day, though. Should be a good day. Got the schedule pulled up. We're ready to go. Hello and welcome to the Old Guys Meadery. There's nothing better than your first sip of coffee in the morning. Nothing at all. Whew. I got a lot of editing to do today. That's my plan. It's going to be really hot today. Next several days here on the East Coast. I like it. I'm not going to complain. I don't like winter. I'm happy that it's really hot out, and it's going to be really hot out. I'm looking forward to it. Hello and welcome to the Old Guys Meadery. Hopefully we'll get some kind of traction this morning. This is unusually slow. But, I don't know. Welcome to the Old Guys Meadery. Hello, I'm your mead dummy, and I make mead every single week, and I show you how to do it yourself. I always put the recipes free in the description. I'm simulcasting on YouTube and TikTok right now. Good morning. I just got here. Just posted my video up. Just got here. Now I'm drinking some coffee with you. Hello and welcome to the Old Guys Meadery. It should be a really great day. I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be really hot outside. So you should stay inside. Make your own alcohol at home. That's my vote. I don't know what you want to do today. But hello, Scott. Good morning. Long time no see, as they say. It has been a productive morning. I've got a lot of stuff recorded. I got a lot of stuff to edit later today. But it's going to be hot outside. So I'm going to spend today inside. Probably, edit. Probably play a little Fortnite. I don't know. Today's the first day in many weeks that I have zero plans. Hey, thank you. And it's going to be the last day in a very long time where I have no plans. I'm a little anxious about it. I'm not going to lie. Where are you going? Where's the work trip? I got a very busy schedule in the next several weeks. Which I like. I prefer no downtime. Hello and welcome to the Old Guys Meadery. If you're just jumping in, I'm rambling. I'm drinking some coffee, chit-chatting about mead. I make mead every single week, every single Saturday. A brand new batch of mead. I never missed a Saturday since I started this journey, and I've never replicated a recipe. Every single one is brand new and unique. Yesterday's was your Crybaby Mead, batch 173. And I showed you exactly how to make in the video that came out yesterday. And the recipe is free in the description, so you can replicate it yourself. I do that every single Saturday. Welcome. There's even less stuff in northern Michigan, Scott. What? Can you get less stuff? Where are you going to Canada? The North Pole? I don't know what's above Michigan. Hello, and welcome to the Old Guys Meadery. I'm your mead dummy. If you don't know what mead is, it is the oldest alcoholic beverage in the world, independently discovered by many different countries and cultures. The oldest evidence is from Africa, over 20,000 years old. There's evidence in ancient China, about 10,000 years old. There's evidence in ancient Central America, and of course Northern Europe, where the Vikings traded it, made it super famous, did it better than everybody else. But what that means is regardless of who you are or where you're from, your ancestors drank mead, and I think that's a really awesome quality you have. I make a brand new batch of it every single week, and I show you how to do it yourself. My recipes are always free in the description. I never replicate them. They're all unique and brand new. Batch 174 is coming out this Saturday, and spoiler alert, it's your 4th of July mead. I'm very excited. Very excited. Hello, Blake. Good morning. It should be an awesome one. I think most people are going to like it. The mead batches take between 4 and 6 months in the background to make. I obviously plan this stuff out really far in advance. We're coming up on Independence Day in just over 2 weeks, or just under 2 weeks, and yeah, looks like we're going to war. Just happened last night. So you're gonna need a drink. You're gonna need a drink. Horchata mead. Hold on. I'm just verifying exactly what that is. Because I'm pretty sure I have. Although it was a really long time ago. Rice milk. Yeah, I've done a horchata. It was really long time ago. Really long time ago though. Hello, Evan. Hello. Good evening. Good morning. It's morning. Good morning. Hello. I am simulcasting on TikTok and YouTube. So if you see me talking to somebody and you're confused, I'm talking to the other platform. Hello and welcome to the Old God's Meter. If you're on the TikTok side, hit like as many times as you can. That's what helps the algorithm. Don't forget, I go live every Wednesday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm going to put a video out a little bit later this afternoon. I'm going to subscriber batches. So if you subscribe to me on TikTok, you have a chance to get your own mead. And you have a really high chance. Because I'm gonna pick stuff that has not been picked before. So if you want, I'll put a little bit more information out later this afternoon, like I said, and I'm gonna put a subscriber only post out on the TikTok side, so you have a chance to get your own batch of mead. The way it works, I'll put a subscriber only post up asking for flavor suggestions. I will pick one out of that comment section, and like I said, I'm gonna lean towards people that have not been picked yet. I will make your mead live this Wednesday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I will tag you in that video and all future videos that contain that mead. So in a few more weeks, I'll do that same batch and the racking, step 2. And then in a few months, I'll be bottling that batch. At that point, I'm going to tell you what I think about it, and then I'm going to ship you a bottle of it on me to say thank you for your support. So subscribe to me on TikTok, and yeah, you might get your own mead. You probably will, actually. Probably will, and I'll ship you a bottle of it, like I said. Hello, and welcome to the Old God's Meadery. And then in addition to the Wednesday lives, every Saturday, I show you a video that shows you from beginning to end how to replicate what I do. It shows you every step of the process, including the bottling and tasting at the end. And then I tell you what I think about it. Since I don't replicate recipes, I fail quite often. And I usually give you a suggestion of the video if I would change something in that recipe, so you can kind of tweak it before you start it. But the recipe is always free in the description. So if you want to replicate it exactly, you can. It's there. Hello and welcome to the Old God's Meadery. I have a lot of fun doing that. I'm really passionate about mead making, really passionate about the community that has welcomed me in. Give me a follow if you don't already. Share, like, comment. You guys know the routine. I just put out a weekly recap of last week's. I do that every Sunday morning. So if you kind of want to get a snippet of everything I did without wasting a lot of your time, go check that one out. And then, well, good morning. Thank you, Scott. But then, yeah, I encourage you, if you're on the TikTok side, like I said, all the mead videos are color-coded yellow. So if you just go to my profile, you can scroll through every 7 days. There's a yellow one, and that is your mead video for that week. I make mead in one of 4 categories right now, and I'm having a tremendous amount of fun doing it. Yesterday's was your Crybaby Mead from my Zodiac series. I'm making a mead per Zodiac sign. This is your Cancer Mead. And they're all crybabies, let's be honest. So I'm going to make fun and make an inspired mead off of every single Zodiac stereotype. This is your Cancer Mead, Crybabies. It's Crybaby candy, and it's a good mead. It doesn't look great. It tastes great, though. It's a good mead. Except for Virgo. Virgos are going to be the most perfect mead ever. Every other one is going to be enhancing stereotypes and making a fun mead out of it. And then this coming Saturday is your July 4th mead. That follows on my holiday series. I've had a tremendous amount of fun doing that. I just came out last week, not yesterday, but Saturday before, was your Father's Day mead. This one, off the hook. Off the hook. This is your Father's Day mead, bacon and rum. Bacon and rum mead. You heard me correctly. I showed you exactly how you can make this yourself. It's bacon and rum infused mead. What else do you need? It's everything you need in one bottle. So go check it out. It's very awesome. I also make, I have a series called Will It Mead, where I take ingredients that I don't think will work, and I try to make a mead out of them. So far, I've been successful. I'm not making great meads, but they are making alcohol. They are technically a mead. This is your Cocoa Pebbles mead. I did a Twinkie mead a few weeks back as well, so stay tuned for that. And then lastly, I used to do a Norse Gods and Goddesses series. I have a playlist there if you want to check that out. I've had a lot of fun doing that. That category evolved into a World Deities mead. So we just kicked that one off a few weeks ago. And yeah, so far we've done Zeus. We've done Zeus. And we've done Ra. So Greek god and then an Egyptian god. Who knows what's in store, but I could tell you there's a lot of fun ones. A lot of fun ones. I'm mostly excited. If I had to pick a favorite, and they're all like my children, I can't pick a favorite. But if I had to pick a favorite, the Will It Mead series has been incredibly challenging for me. I'm having a lot of fun. I started off like, okay, Twinkies, that's fun. People will want to see that. Then I was like, Cocoa Pebbles, that's in the same realm, right? And then I felt like I was underperforming. Because both of them made meads. So the next one that's coming up, I'll give you an exact date. The next Will It Mead will be July 5th. So just a few weeks out. I stepped up. It's a more challenging ingredient. And spoiler alert, it still worked. It's going to be gross, but it still worked. And then the couple meads after that, right? I have another one on July 19th that's going to be disgusting. It's going to be disgusting. I have another one on August 2nd, also going to be disgusting. It's going to be horrible. And then I have one on August 16th. At that point, you're going to unfollow me. You're going to lose complete respect for me and go, the bar is, it's too high. You set the bar, and then you went above it. And you're going to lose respect for me, and you're not going to want to follow me. That's how bad that mead's going to be. So, it's been the most challenging. Like I said, I don't pick favorites. I'm having a lot of fun with the World Deities meads. I really enjoyed that. I started this journey by making meads inspired by different countries and cultures from around the world. If you want to jump over to my YouTube, I have lots of playlists over there. And you can kind of see some of that older stuff before I've kind of settled into my niche. So it's a little cringy. But you can see some really cool meads that I've made along this journey. But the World Deities mead kind of reminds me of that. I'm having a lot of fun like learning and actually studying and then authentically trying to make a mead that will honor that religion, that god or goddess. And it's been great. So, welcome to the Old Gods Meadery. And of course, you know, I have fun with it. The holiday meads, I've actually kept that category going. It's my longest running category. And I don't think it's going anywhere. I have a lot of fun doing that. And it's something that everybody can kind of come together about. So it's always fun. So, stay tuned. Lots of great holiday meads. I have meads in progress for the rest of this year. So, tons of great stuff coming your way. It'll be a lot of fun. Join the Discord, my great buddy and mead mentor of mine, Scott, who's actually here today. He's here in the comments on the TikTok side. Create an amazing Discord. There's a link up in my profile and a link directly in his. I call it the plethora of mead information. You can go there and ask questions. It's a safe place. There's mead makers of every skill level, people that are brand new, people that are sharing their knowledge, and vice versa, because you can never learn enough. There's a yeast chart. And my favorite part, there's a commercial channel. Anytime Scott hears about an amazing meadery that ships across the United States, he adds it to it. So you can go and kind of support some awesome meaderies from all around the country and get mead shipped straight to your house. So, dragon's milk. I've made dragon fruit. Does that count? Hello and welcome to the Old Gods Meadery. Uh, oh, the YouTubes. YouTube is a great place if you want to go. I'm actually going to invest some time in it. I have some time slated today. I'm going to kind of redesign and really focus on the organization side of it. So you want all the videos are there already, but I'm going to try to make it a little bit smoother and prettier. Because to be honest, like I started the TikTok career and had a lot of fun with it, and then like YouTube has always been kind of like the little sister, the sidebar. So we're going back and kind of fixing that stuff there. But the community's on TikTok. I just got to be honest. The community's here on TikTok, and it's where I can talk to you guys. You guys can shoot me direct messages. I answer 100% of them. Sometimes they get caught in that request folder, but I see them within a day or two. But yeah, if you ever need anything, let me know. The milk is the top of the cream. So I'm playing with some ideas in the background. I have some ideas to not necessarily like go the cocktail route, but like kind of experiment a little bit with, some more to come. More to come. I don't have the thought process like completely walked out yet, but the milk portion reminded me of something I'm kind of thinking about. Not that route, but yeah, I'd love to learn more about that. I'd love to learn more about it. I'd love to. I mean, what I do is experimenting, so I don't foresee myself ever stopping that. And it works. It works. It's where I find my fun. Um, it kind of sets my expectations, I would say, because I want to make a great mead, but I also know I'm sometimes not going to do that. So the experimenting side is what I really enjoy. It's what I'm really passionate about. And then the sidebar is I try to make it entertaining. I hope everybody enjoys what I'm really passionate about, and I hope everybody feels the need to honor their own ancestors and jump into this amazing community and awesome and ancient hobby, because it's fun. It's fun, and how many people in your group of friends make their own alcohol at home? Probably zero. Probably zero. You could be that guy or gal, and it's easy. I do it in the most simplistic fashion as possible. My videos are a good description of that every single Saturday. But I just started, this last Wednesday, I started a traditional batch of mead. I'm going back to the basics on a live. I will be racking that batch in a couple weeks from now, and then in a few months from now, I'll be bottling and tasting that batch. It's a traditional batch, so I know what it's going to taste like. It's my same recipe that I've used for the base recipe for a lot of stuff. But I'm going to be like stitching that video together. It's going to be like 20-30 minutes long, but I am going to pin it to my TikTok so you can go and actually see the process unedited from beginning to end, so you can see how easy it is. It takes several months to make mead, but the actual work behind it can be done in less than 30 minutes in 3 chunks of time. And I'm going to show you incredibly easy, most simplistic fashion to make mead as possible. So stay tuned. That'll be coming up in a few months. As soon as the mead's ready. I'm not going to time that one. Like I said, we just started this past Wednesday. I'm going to give it probably 3 weeks. We'll rack it on a live. And then after that, as soon as it clarifies, I'm going to bottle it on a live the next available Wednesday. It'll be a lot of fun. And if you're on the TikTok side, subscribe to those lives. It's a free way to get mead. Keep an eye out for those subscriber only posts on the TikTok side, like I said. If you're on the YouTube side, you have all the awesome playlists. You can watch all my stuff. I encourage you to. I need some watch hours over there. That's how they grade you for monetization on YouTube. It's how many hours you're watched. They do have like a short YouTube short one, but you need something crazy like 1 million views in 30 days or something. But if you watch hours wise, I just start the playlist. Go over to YouTube, start the playlist before you go to bed every single night. Let it run for like 8 hours while you're sleeping. That'd help out a lot. Hello? No, I don't want to cheat the system. I want you to be entertained and enjoy it. Just tell your friends. Tell all your friends that you know a guy, your buddy, the mead dummy, shows everybody how to make their own batches of mead for free. All you need to do is buy your own equipment, your own ingredients, and you can follow along with me. And all of my recipes are free. I put them in the description of the video. I'm also the only mead maker that makes a batch every week. That's been challenged by one guy that was completely irrelevant, but nobody on the internet makes more mead batches, I would say more brewing batches in general, than I do. I am literally the world's #1, so give me a follow. Nobody makes more mead than I do. Mead recipes. Lots of people make bigger batches. Nobody makes more recipes than I do. Nobody. And there's tons of recipes in the Discord. Yeah, there's a recipe channel over there. So if you're not part of the Discord yet, join the Discord. Like I said, link up in my profile. And there's a link directly to Scott's, who's here in the comments on the TikTok side. Hello and welcome to the Old Guys Meter. It is 7:22 on an early Sunday morning. It's already 73 degrees here. It's supposed to reach 100 degrees next few days. And I'm loving it. I'm loving it. I'm over winter. Arizona, I'm not going to complain to you about heat. I retract everything I said. I actually enjoy the heat a lot. Arizona's a dry heat. Out here we have a very humid heat. And so it's going to feel hotter than it is. And yeah, it's all right. I like it. I like it. I am not a fan of winter. Snow in particular. And you know what I think ruined it for me? You're going to laugh. Maryland drivers. They're the worst. They're the worst. Especially in weather conditions. And like snow. Like, okay, snow, maybe it's bad. No. You can drive in a couple inches of snow anywhere in the country except for Maryland. You can't do it. If they say, hey, we're going to get a 1/4 inch of snow in the next 36 hours, everything shuts down. They cancel everything. It's the most insane thing I've ever seen. A 1/4 inch of snow, canceled. Don't go to school. Call out of work. Stop. Stop what you're doing. Go buy all the bread and eggs you can. Shelter in place. And I'm not kidding you. That's not an exaggeration. My kid's school got canceled because there might be a 1/4 inch of snow the next day. That's not an exaggeration. It's the most insane thing ever. If it rains, this is also not an exaggeration. Maryland. When it rains, anytime it rains, I think it might be a law even. You have to get to the left lane of the highway and put your emergency flashers on. I don't know why. That's what they do in Maryland. It's the most insane crap I've ever seen. I can't stand it. I can't stand it. So now I hate winter. I dream of the day of moving south. Disney World. That's what my #1 pick. I'd love to live in Cinderella's castle. I just went to Atlanta for the first time a couple weeks ago. I had an amazing time there. Red beans and rice. One of my new favorite foods. It was delicious. Hello again. It's brewing well. How are you? It's brewing very well. Do you add flavor to primary? So everything I do, let me start. My main mission here was to show the simplicity of mead making. So everything I do is in the primary. I'd never back sweeten. I never cold crash. I never use any chemicals or additives. I never accelerate the process in any fashion with an exception of time. Because I'm trying to get the authentic and true, most simplistic fashion of mead making as I can. So I do tell you at the end of my videos on Saturdays, I taste it and I tell you what I think. If I have a problem with it, which I always try to find some kind of opportunity that you can fix. Sometimes I'll say, you know, this is probably better if you back sweetened it with XYZ. Um, so I recognize that a vast majority of mead makers do it. It's just not what I do because I'm trying to show the simplicity of mead making. I started this journey by using the same core recipe. I use 1 gallon water, 3 pounds of wildflower honey, 2.5 grams of yeast. EC1118 is usually my go-to, and then 2 grams of yeast nutrient. And then I take that recipe and add other stuff to it in the primary, and then I never replicate it again. Batch 173 just came out yesterday. So that's what I do. I don't ship anywhere, unfortunately, but I do the next best thing. I'll show you exactly how to make it. I'm not licensed to sell. There is a way on the TikTok side, since you're here, to get your own mead. Every Wednesday, I go live at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to show you a step of the mead making process. And those are for subscribers. So if you subscribe to my channel, it costs you a couple bucks a month. You can only do 1 month if you want. But I will be putting out a subscriber-only post later this afternoon asking for flavor suggestions. I am going to pick somebody's out of that list. And then that's the mead I'm going to start this coming Wednesday. I will tag whoever I pick across that process. So this Wednesday, in a few weeks when we rack it, in a few months when we bottle it, and then I'm going to ship that person a bottle of that mead. So that's your only like loophole. I get my honey from a place called Desert Creek, Texas. They do bulk honey. I buy 5-gallon buckets at a time, 60 pounds of honey at a time, just because they're relatively inexpensive. They're incredibly reliable. I've been working with them for a long time. And because it's a warmer climate down there in Texas, the honey is incredibly consistent year-round. No, I'm drinking coffee, but I wish it was mead. Hello, hello. Welcome to the Old Gods Movie. Journal commercial? You're really plugging in for Sabre today, aren't you? If you also want to support what I do, go to Amazon. There's a link up in my profile. You can buy this amazing mead journal. It's going to be perfect for World War III. It's around the corner, it looks like, right? So after the apocalypse, the barter system will inevitably return. And you're going to need one of 3 things. You're going to need ammunition, you're going to need gasoline, or you're going to need alcohol. I show you exactly how to make it. And I sell this mead journal. It's got a really inspiring message on the back and front cover. And then it's got a spot for you to put your recipes in, including some places that your friends can taste it and put their own notes in there. Then you can take this hardback copy and pass it to your kin after the apocalypse. They can pass it to their kin. You can make your future generation, your future ancestors, incredibly rich in the barter system by making their own alcohol. And the only way to do it is to buy my mead journal. So if you want to make your family rich, it's $20 on Amazon. Who's a friend of yours? Hello and welcome to the Old Gods Meadery. I got a lot of stuff to do today when it comes to the meat channel, but I have like no plans. Usually I have something going on. Sundays are usually the day like you kind of catch up, you got errands to run, spend some good quality family time. And I'll probably do a lot of that stuff unplanned today, but I don't have any plans today. It's kind of crazy. Ah, that's pretty cool. Yeah, I mean, if you want to make your own stuff, you know exactly what goes in it. That's another great benefit of kind of making your own stuff at home. Um, yeah, you know exactly what goes in it when you put it in it yourself. I am so excited about lots of future batches. I can't wait. I got to start some new batches this week. Rack a couple batches this week. Got a lot to do later in the week. I mean, anything in America is relatively unhealthy. Anything. You can't even buy like flour without it being incredibly like enriched. So it's and everybody knows it now. That's the worst part. Like maybe it was hidden, maybe it was like a conspiracy theory for a long time. Now everybody knows it, and we still have to deal with it. Like it's not going to change. They're going to get rid of like food coloring dyes maybe next year. I don't know if that'd be my priority. I don't know. Like it's you know they're bad obviously, right? But like, can we just get some flour? Can we get some flour that's healthy? Can we start with flour? Because you can eat pasta and breads anywhere else in the world, except for here, and it gives you a little belly. And I'm developing one. I like bread. I love me a croissant. Can't do it here in America. Can't do it. I have to drink black coffee just so I don't have any additives, any extra calories. It's crazy. It's crazy. Make your own meat at home. I'll show you how to do it for free. All you have to do is buy your own equipment, your own ingredients, and follow what I do. And the recipes are always free in the description. Then you don't have to worry about what's in your alcohol. You can tell all your friends, hey, I'm gonna make something healthy for you. You can it's a little stretch of the truth, but you can do it. Hello, hello, hello. But yeah, yesterday's was your Zodiac Cancer mead, your Crybabies mead. I had a lot of fun making this. I'll put a shortened version of it out tomorrow and a funny version out on Tuesday. So if you missed it, don't worry. Go back and watch it anyway, but I'll put out some accelerated ones. The week before that, your Father's Day one, bacon and rum. It's bacon and rum. It's meat and pirates in a mead. That was great. Because, you know, it's got to be the most manly mead ever for Father's Day. Bacon and rum mead. You've never seen it before because I'm the first to do it. And now you can do it too. I showed you exactly how to do it in the video that came out last Saturday. Nobody on the planet, nobody makes more mead recipes than I do. It's a fact. So my favorite is tied for two, and this is a little cliche because I just showed you two batches that are like really fun and crazy, right? Blueberry. Blueberry is one of my favorite of all time. Very simplistic, very easy to do. And then very similar to that, elderberry is my second. Elderberries are much harder to get here in the United States. You can grow them, like the environment's okay to grow them, especially in the northern side of the United States. But you can't really buy them anywhere. But I got my good buddy Scott, Mead Mentor, sent me some dehydrated ones, rehydrated them, made a mead out of them. It's an earthier taste. It's earthier than like a sweetness, but fantastic, fantastic. So elderberry and blueberry are tied for my number one spot. And that's like, that's high. That's really high standards because I make a lot of mead. And there's some batches I taste and I go, this is fantastic. And I really have to weigh things. Like my top 10 list is forever changing because stuff gets knocked off. My memory fades. New stuff comes in. So peach mead. Peach is like my kryptonite. We talk about this often in our little circle community, especially on the Wednesday lives. I've made a few different batches of peach mead. And I've never come up with one that's been great. I've never had one even clarify, which, you know, it happens sometimes, but I've never been successful with a peach batch. There's some guys in our inner circle community that have, so I don't know exactly what I'm doing wrong, but it's on my list to keep tackling, but I have not made a successful peach mead. I don't I got some ideas of stuff I want to do in the future, but I have not done Huckleberry, but that has been suggested before. That has been suggested before. Thank you so much for the likes, everybody. So if you're just going to start, I think most people would tell you to do a traditional batch. So that for me is just 4 ingredients, and one of them is kind of optional. So you need water, you need honey, you need yeast, and then yeast nutrients, that 4th one. That does help kind of get the process started, and it kind of takes your mind at ease, because it does help. But you could do it without it. I would tell you, so like I said, most mead makers would tell you, start with that. Start with a traditional batch, kind of get your feet wet. I would tell you, you can add in one more ingredient and come up with something really amazing for your first batch without any really extra work. Blueberries is a very simplistic version. Apple is another incredibly easy one to use. Don't use apples though, use apple juice. So replace your water with apple juice. Make sure it's natural apple juice. There can be some citric acid, usually that's from lemon, as a preservative in it, but don't buy like stuff with chemicals. Don't buy anything with more than 2 ingredients. But you can use apple juice, honey, and yeast and make a really awesome, they call it a sizer, which is a apple-based mead. Incredibly easy to make. So, like I said, most people tell you stick to the traditional, get your feet wet, start one. But without any extra steps, you can make something really awesome that kind of tailors your flavor palette right off the bat. Right off the bat. You can always backtrack and make traditional batches, but it takes a long time to do. If I always say you need one of 2 things if you're going to be a mead maker. You need one of 2, but you only need one. You need time and patience. That takes a long time to make mead. You're looking at several months. 4 to 6 months is usually the general rule I give, depending on what yeast, because that kind of determines the time too. Or if you don't have patience, you have to have a lot of equipment. So my stuff ferments in a bucket for 2 to 3 to 4 weeks in some cases, and then I transfer it over to a glass carboy. That's where it spends most of its life. So if you have a lot of glass carboys, you can kind of just keep pumping in and moving on to next batches. But if you just buy a kit, you're going to be limited to equipment. So you kind of got to put a lot of thought process into what you want to make, because you are going to be waiting a long time for it to be finished. There are some great kits out there. Don't buy anything over $50. If somebody's selling you a meat kit over $50, they're selling you stuff you don't need, especially somebody that's new. I could tell you just a quick equipment list. You need a 2-gallon fermenting bucket. You need a 1-gallon glass carboy. You need a mini hand pump siphon, which they're like $15, and you need 2 airlocks. That way you don't have to clean them as you transfer. That's it. That's the bare minimum equipment you need, and you can buy all of that on Amazon. You could also go to Homebrew Ohio is the big brewing company that has a great website. You cannot buy my mead. I am not licensed to sell. Not yet, at least. If you jump into the Discord, thank you for the reminder, Scott. Jump into the Discord. Scott has an equipment list on there that has everything that we use. And you can go to the commercial channel on the Discord and buy from meaderies all over the United States. I can't sell yet. No, I cannot. I do give a lot of mead away, though. There's a chance to get mead from being a TikTok subscriber, for instance. And then in September, Scott and I are getting together in Maryland for the Renaissance Festival for our Mead Meet Year 2. It's 2.0. It's going to be a lot of fun. Last year we did the Renaissance Festival in Michigan, met a lot of great people, shared a lot of mead. And this year we're going to do it bigger and better. So we're getting together the first week, September 6th, I think. More to come. We're going to try to localize in like a hotel over there. So if you're close to Maryland or want to make a trip out of it, we're going to be getting together at the Maryland Renaissance Festival that day. And then afterwards, reverting back to some common place and drinking lots of mead. I'm going to be bringing probably 60 plus bottles myself. I know Scott's going to bring some. Our good buddy Dennis is going to bring some. We're going to have a lot of mead. And I am going home with 0. So anything that's not open or left over, I'm just going to be giving away. I don't want it. Take it. I got new stuff brewing all the time. Take it. So it'll be a lot of fun. So yeah, if you're free in September and you're close, come on down. It'll be a lot of fun. More information coming soon. If Scott wasn't so busy all the time. I'm just poking at you, Scott. I'm imagining you like you're packing like what those like the hats with like the fur like flaps and a walking stick to go to northern Michigan. That's what I'm imagining you're packing. Maybe 2 walking sticks and those tennis rackets you put on your feet. So my next batches are always secrets until Saturdays. I'll tell you the categories that are coming up. This coming Saturday is your July 4th mead, so it falls on my holiday series. So stay tuned for that. The week after that is batch number 3 of my Will It Mead series. That's where I take ingredient or ingredients that I don't think will work, and I try to make a mead out of them. The couple I've done so far is the Twinkies and the Cocoa Pebbles. The next one's going to be gross. It's going to be gross. So stay tuned for that. The week after that is back to my Gods and Goddesses series, my World Deity series. That's where I take gods from all over the world, different religions, and really try to make an authentic mead inspired by them and to honor them. So that one's going to be a lot of fun. And then the week after that, another mead. And then the week after that, your Zodiac Leo mead. So yesterday's was your Zodiac Cancer mead. I make a mead for every Zodiac sign. That's the next several weeks. Brand new mead every single Saturday. I post those videos about 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time every single Saturday. And this coming Saturday is your July 4th mead. Even though it's a little bit before July 4th. I did that because the following Saturday is July 5th. It'd be too late by then. So we're doing our Will It Mead on July 5th instead. The July 4th one will be out a week early, about 6 days early. Pretty neat. Hey, thank you. I hope you have a short day at work, unless you like your job. But thank you for stopping by. I appreciate you. And hopefully your day goes quick. Nobody likes their job that much, right? They wouldn't call it work. Hello and welcome to the Old Gods Meadery. So much to do in so little time. Like I said, I'm a little anxious today. I don't have a lot on my agenda. I do have a lot of stuff to like edit and kind of plan out for the rest of this week. I do have a vacation coming up in a couple weeks, but you will not see a difference. I'm going to pre-record and make sure everything is ready to go. I have something I'm really proud about. I have never missed a Saturday, and I have never replicated a recipe since I started this. Every single Saturday, consistently for years, I've been putting out a brand new batch of mead. And I don't plan on ever stopping that until they kick me off or I die. So even through my vacation, you'll still see stuff. I'm actually planning on recording a bunch of stuff. I'm going to Florida. Might pop into Disney. I might try some awesome snacks. I'll do some reviews if I do that. It'll be a lot of fun. It's not necessarily in my niche. But I love food. I love food. As anybody that's been here for a while knows, I'm a big food guy. I love trying new foods. And I love fancy food. I love fancy food. Everything. It doesn't matter what it is. I try it. I ate some fish eyes in Chinatown in Boston. Fish eyes. That was probably among the most disgusting things I've ever eaten. But I ate it. I tried it. Hello and welcome to the Old God's Meadery. So, yeah, I plan on eating everything in Florida. Everything. So, there's probably not a lot of Disney fans that like me, but if you are a Disney fan and you've been to Disney World, let me know what kind of food I should be looking out for. It was kind of Fear Factory. You're right. It was. It was. I don't even remember the flavor, but I'm traumatized by the texture. I still feel the texture. Yeah, blueberry's the best. If you started with a blueberry, sky's the limit. Sky's the limit. You can make anything you want now. That's my favorite. One of my favorites. Octopus is not... no. I believe I've had some. I think like it's some kind of appetizer. Some not like what's that calamari or whatever. No, not that. That's not octopus anyway, right? That's like squid or something. I don't know. It's no. Hey, Dennis is here. We were just heading out. Ugh. Got way off subject too. Way off subject. Good morning, Dennis. Hello. Should be a lot of fun. Dennis, I'll be putting out a subscriber-only post later this afternoon. We're reverting back to the subscriber meads on Wednesdays, so keep an eye out for it. I expect lots of awesome suggestions. I am going to be trying to pick people that have not received a mead yet. Just an FYI. But if you were the main contributor, start thinking of a batch you want. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. Alright guys, it's approaching 8 o'clock. We're gonna start wrapping stuff up. I gotta plug all my equipment in. I have my phone's gonna die. And it was 100%. That's how much stuff I've done today so far. Let's see here. Lots of fun stuff coming. This coming Saturday is your July 4th meet. That'll be a lot of fun. Before that, I'll be live Wednesday, starting a brand new batch of mead live. So if you want to kind of see a cool batch start, that's going to be up to TikTok subscribers. So if you really want to pick your own batch and get a bottle of mead for free on me, become a TikTok subscriber. Join me on YouTube and TikTok, though. Follow me on both platforms, please. Subscribe. And, yeah, I got lots of great meads coming your way. Lots and lots and lots of great meads. Thank you so much for letting me be here. I hope you guys have an amazing Sunday. Make somebody smile today. Go out. The world really needs it. Really needs it. Go out and make somebody smile today. Preferably a stranger. And I'll see you guys Wednesday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'll put some reminders out before then, but set an alarm, get your pajamas on, or take your pants off. I don't care. I'll see you Wednesday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thank you so much for letting me be here. Skull. See you later.